Good morning, everyone. This is the news for Thursday, June 12th. Anti-ICE protests are ramping up nationwide. It comes after an overnight curfew was put in place in a 1 square mile area of downtown Los Angeles, where authorities say most of the violence and vandalism has taken place since the protests began last Friday. Yesterday, President Trump called the protest violent, and he thanked the National Guard and Marines who are being deployed to the city. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott ordered the state's National Guard to be deployed to cities. Protests have also broken out in New York and Chicago, where thousands have demonstrated downtown on Tuesday, as well as in Denver and Washington, D.C. A federal judge is ruling detained Columbia University student Mahmoud Khalil cannot be deported or detained by the Trump administration. Khalil was detained in March by immigration agents and is being held at a facility in rural Louisiana. The Trump administration claims Khalil is an anti-Semitic, pro-Hamas terrorist who should be deported. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio cited an obscure provision in the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952 to justify Khalil's removal from the U.S. The order will not go into effect until Friday, giving time for an appeal. A new Gallup poll shows growing support among Americans for policies that prioritize biological sex over gender identity. Surveying 1,003 adults, Gallup found 69% believe transgender athletes should compete based on their birth sex, and 66% think government documents should reflect birth sex. Support for these views rose across most political groups since 2021. Additionally, fewer Americans now say changing one's gender is morally acceptable. That's down to 40%. The Institute for the Works of Religion, a Vatican bank, reported a 2024 profit of €32.8 million. That's up 7% from last year. The increase came from higher interest, commissions, and brokerage income. A €13.8 million dividend was given to the Pope to support religious and charitable work. Officials credit tight cost control, rising asset growth, and reforms since past scandals. The legendary Brian Wilson, founder of the Beach Boys, has passed away. Kristen Marks reports.
Wilson is considered one of the most innovative songwriters of the 20th century, credited with creating the California sound. The Beach Boys, which included his two younger brothers, Dennis and Carl Wilson, cousin Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine, was formed in 1961. The album Pet Sounds is considered the peak of the band's success, considered a masterpiece by many. It was influenced by Wilson's battle with mental health issues and drug use, which affected him for much of his life. In 1988, Wilson and the Beach Boys were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Wilson was 82. Kristen Marks, NBC News Radio.
And I'm Matthew Handley. Now back to Morning Offering.